Not long to go, gamers. Assassin's Creed Shadows is less than 2 months away, and I'm happy to say, I've played it early. It's a last-ditch effort for Ubisoft to bring the goods, and after 4.5 hours with the game, Shadows is shaping up to be one of the best in the Assassin's Creed series. While it's not perfect, the gameplay was mostly smooth, the world looks incredible, the parkour and exploration exceeded my expectations, and the combat is just as brutal as it is satisfying. Combat is cool and all, but the narrative is by far the highlight.
Stuart, what do we do?
That said, following my preview, there's still so many questions left unanswered. Thanks to Ubisoft, I travelled to Sydney to sit down and finally play Assassin's Creed Shadows.
He comes. Oda Nobunaga.
From the moment the game begins, the narrative had me hooked, introducing key characters in the world.
He will be tested. He may become a legend.
In Assassin's Creed Shadows, you can play as either Yasuke, a brute with a heavy combat focus, and Naue, a stealth shinobi who takes on the Creed. Naue's father seemingly has connections to the Creed, but as for how Ubisoft has worked this into the story, we'll have to wait and see.
The door will open. To this blade is a key.
What?
Inside the coffin is a box. Protected with your life.
Yasuke's story fascinates me far more. His character brings some real history to the fold, and it all plays out as written in the history books. Or at least Wikipedia. Interestingly, the character Yasuke has featured in a handful of other Japanese-themed titles. The warrior appeared as the Obsidian Samurai in 2017's Neo, as well as its 2020 sequel.
Nothing may disturb my master's rest.
Yasuke also appeared as a playable character in Samurai Warriors 5. So the idea of this historical figure making their way into the world of Assassin's Creed is welcome and not too far-fetched. As for Yasuke's connection to the Creed, he seemingly hasn't delved into the world of Assassins, though his sharp instincts are a highlight from the opening scenes.
His eyes found every threat in the room.
As Yasuke, you'll cut down enemies in your way like butter and boot them across rooms and battlegrounds. Overall, the prologue, containing both an introduction to Yasuke and Naue, served as an excellent introduction to the characters. In fact, the prologue stands out as some of the best storytelling in Assassin's Creed history.
It fans the total destruction of Iga.
That may seem like I'm laying it on thick, but the settings and the characters truly bring something fresh to the table.
At your command, my lord.
The beginning of the game features a battle sequence not too dissimilar to the fiery opening of Ghost of Tsushima. This sets the path of these characters. Naue is quick, stealthy, and deadly. I spent the majority of my playthrough as her, exploring the world on foot and by horseback, visiting traditional shrines, and climbing mountaintops. It was wondrous. Naue uses the classic Assassin's Hidden Blade, in addition to a katana and a couple of other pretty cool weapons. Both Yasuke and Naue's abilities have skill trees to enhance combat and the overall experience, adding new special moves and increased damage, just to name a few. Some environmental pieces are destructive, like racks of fish along a pier, or the fragile doors of a ryokan. Surprisingly, almost every building I came across was accessible. You could explore inside every home and shrine across the Harima province. Harima is where I spent the bulk of my playthrough, though taking a look at the map, this is just a speck of what we can expect come March. From the moment I spawned into the open world, I knew the first thing I needed to do was climb to a high point. And having minimal experience climbing in this game, I'll admit it took me an hour or so to find my bearings, but it's all part of the fun. Assassin's Creed Shadows is coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC on March 20th. Thank you for watching. Be sure to check out questdaily.com.au for more, and if you've got any questions about the game, feel free to drop them in the comments below.